Most people spend their entire lives trying to be liked. They smile when they're frustrated. They agree when they want to disagree. They apologize when they've done nothing wrong. They go out of their way to make everyone comfortable, hoping that kindness will earn them respect. But it rarely works. Instead, they get overlooked. Their opinions are ignored. Their generosity is taken for granted. And the more they try to please everyone, the less seriously they're taken. The Stoics understood something most people never learn. Respect is not earned by being agreeable. Respect is earned by being grounded. Marcus Aurelius wasn't respected because he made everyone happy. He was respected because he stood firm in his principles. He remained calm under pressure. He refused to be controlled by the opinions of others. And in today's world, this lesson is more important than ever. Because being kind is a virtue, but being nice at the expense of your dignity is a weakness. In this video, you'll discover 5 powerful Stoic behaviors that earn real respect, not through force, intimidation, or manipulation, but through self-mastery. And make sure you stay until the end, because the 5th behavior is often the hardest to practice, yet it's the one that instantly changes how people see you. And if you're watching Stoic Echo for the very first time, welcome. This channel is dedicated to helping you develop mental strength, emotional control, and timeless Stoic wisdom for modern life. If that sounds valuable to you, consider subscribing and joining our growing community of people committed to becoming stronger, wiser, and more resilient every day. Now, let's begin. 1. Stop explaining every decision you make. One of the fastest ways to lose respect is constantly feeling the need to justify yourself. Have you ever noticed how some people explain everything? Why they're leaving early, why they said no, why they chose a certain path, why they can't attend an event. Every decision comes with a lengthy explanation, as if they're standing before a jury asking for permission to live their own life. The hidden message is clear: please approve of me. And people can sense it. The Stoics believe that confidence doesn't announce itself. It doesn't argue for validation. It simply acts. When you've thought carefully about your choices, there is no need to convince everyone else that you're right. Imagine someone asking you to do something you genuinely don't have time for. Most people respond with a 5-minute explanation. They talk about their schedule, their responsibilities, their commitments, and their reasons. A Stoic response is much simpler. I won't be able to do that. That's it. No guilt. No panic. No over-explaining. The more comfortable you become with your decisions, the less you'll feel the need to defend them. And strangely enough, people begin respecting you more. Because confidence is silent. Insecurity is often loud. 2. Learn the power of silence. Most people are terrified of silence. When someone criticizes them, they rush to defend themselves. When someone insults them, they rush to respond. When someone misunderstands them, they desperately try to correct the record. But Stoics understood that silence is often more powerful than words. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The best revenge is not to be like your enemy." Think about that. When someone tries to provoke you, what do they want? A reaction. They want your anger, your frustration, your emotional energy. The moment you give it to them, they've succeeded. But silence changes everything. Imagine someone makes a disrespectful remark. Most people immediately fight back. Voices rise. Emotions escalate. The situation spirals. A Stoic does something different. They pause. They remain composed. Sometimes they say nothing at all, and that silence creates discomfort. It forces the other person to face their own behavior without the distraction of an argument. Silence is not weakness. Silence is controlled strength. It's the ability to remain in command of yourself when everyone else is losing control. And in a world filled with noise, emotional reactions, and endless debates, that kind of composure is rare, and rare qualities earn respect. 3. Stop chasing people's approval. Many people spend years chasing validation without realizing it. They chase approval from friends, approval from coworkers, approval from family, approval from strangers online. Every decision becomes influenced by one question: what will people think? This mindset quietly destroys self-respect, because when your happiness depends on approval, your freedom disappears. The Stoics warned against this. Epictetus taught that we should focus only on what we can control, and other people's opinions are not under our control. No matter how kind you are, someone will dislike you. No matter how hard you work, someone will criticize you. No matter how much you sacrifice, someone will fail to appreciate it. That's life. The moment you accept this truth, something powerful happens. You stop performing. You stop pretending. You stop bending yourself into shapes designed to satisfy everyone else. And when you stop chasing people, something unexpected occurs. People begin paying attention, because desperation pushes people away, but self-respect attracts them. The person who doesn't desperately need approval often becomes the person everyone respects, not because they're trying to impress others, but because they no longer need to. 4. Set boundaries without apology. This is where many people struggle. They know they need boundaries, but every boundary comes wrapped in guilt. So instead of saying no, they say maybe. Instead of refusing, they make excuses. Instead of protecting their time, they sacrifice it. Again and again, until resentment builds. The Stoics understood that boundaries are not selfish. They are necessary. You cannot respect yourself while constantly allowing others to violate your limits. Think about the people you admire most. Do they allow everyone unlimited access to their time? Do they tolerate endless disrespect? Do they abandon their priorities whenever someone makes a demand? Of course not. They have standards, and they enforce them. A boundary doesn't need anger. It doesn't need hostility. It simply needs clarity. I'm not available. That doesn't work for me. I won't participate in that. Simple, direct, respectful. The more clearly you communicate your boundaries, the more people understand where they stand with you. And while some people may initially resist, those who genuinely respect you will adapt. Remember, people often treat you according to the standards you allow. Raise your standards, and watch how their behavior changes. 5. Become emotionally unshakeable. This may be the most important behavior of all, because everything else depends on it. The world is full of people who know how to push buttons. Some will insult you. Some will provoke you. Some will criticize you unfairly. Some will try to manipulate your emotions. And many people hand over control immediately. Their mood changes. Their day is ruined. Their emotions become controlled by someone else's actions. The Stoics saw this as a form of slavery. If someone else can control your emotions, then they control you. True power comes from maintaining inner stability. Imagine two people facing the same insult. One explodes with anger. The other remains calm. Who appears stronger? Who appears more confident? Who earns more respect? The answer is obvious. Emotional control is one of the rarest forms of strength in the modern world, and it cannot be faked. People notice it instantly. When everyone else is reacting, you remain composed. When everyone else is panicking, you remain steady. When everyone else is losing control, you remain centered. That calmness sends a powerful message. You cannot manipulate me. And there are few qualities more respected than that. The truth is that respect isn't earned by trying to please everyone. It isn't earned by seeking approval. And it certainly isn't earned by sacrificing your dignity just to avoid conflict. Real respect comes from self-mastery. It comes from standing by your decisions, using silence wisely, refusing to chase validation, setting boundaries without guilt, and remaining emotionally unshakeable under pressure. These behaviors may seem cold to some people, but they're not cold. They're disciplined. And there's a difference. The Stoics never taught us to become heartless. They taught us to become stronger than our impulses, stronger than our fears, and stronger than our need for approval. Because when you master yourself, something remarkable happens. You no longer need to demand respect. You naturally command it. If you enjoyed this video, leave a comment below and tell us, which of these 5 Stoic behaviors do you find most difficult to practice? And if you're serious about developing unshakeable confidence and emotional strength, subscribe to Stoic Echo and turn on notifications so you never miss our next lesson. Until next time, remember, your greatest power is not controlling others. It is controlling yourself.